Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Somebody recently wrote me and said, Zach, you got to stop doing these American sports videos because you're losing all your foreign listeners and subscribers. And I notice sometimes when I make video posts, I'll have within 30 minutes 5 less subscribers than I had before I made the video. And I assume that's because, all of us were working in limited time constraints, and maybe you click on a video that somebody did and it's not up your alley and you say, oh, I don't need to listen to this person anymore. We're kind of all trained to be that way. Once we hear something we don't like, then maybe we don't like that source anymore. But the reason I'm going to continue to cover American sports and talk about the numerology and gematria is because I see how this web is orchestrated, and sports are very much a part of the web of lies and deceit that are waged against us. They're also a major distraction in the sense that they keep our minds occupied on something that isn't us. So many people live vicariously through athletes and sports teams. That said, I want to talk about today's NASCAR race because of the date numerology and its significance to NASCAR, and also because of the hype surrounding the race. So today's race is at Martinsville Speedway. The race is known as the STP 500. One of NASCAR's most famous athletes right now is Jeff Gordon. He's considered a star of the sport, and he's currently the most successful racer at this track. And just like so many other things we look at, it's all synced up by the numbers. So let's begin by recalling that NASCAR was established in the year 47. The sport of NASCAR began in the year 47. Just like the first professional basketball championship was in the year 47. Just like the first Super Bowl was in the 47th season of the NFL. And so much more. These numbers are coded into every sport, our nation's history, and so much more. They are numbers of significance. So NASCAR established in 47. Today, March 29th, 2015, has a date numerology of 47. 3 plus 29 is 32, plus 15 is 47. Jeff Gordon is one of the favorites to win today. He started in the 4th position. Jeff Gordon will turn 44 years old on August 4th. That's also President Obama's birthday, August 4th, 8-4. And again, Jeff Gordon's going to turn 44 later this year on Obama's birthday. Obama's the 44th president. Further, Jeff Gordon has raced this track 44 times before today, so today is his 45th race. But what I want to look at is the numerology connections to Jeff Gordon in this track and why he is the most successful racer on this track. Because, Truth Seeker, all sports are rigged by the numbers, even NASCAR. Predetermined. Here we go. The race is called the STP 500. In simple English gematria, S is 19, T is 20, P is 16. Add the 3 together, 55. The name Jeff Gordon in Pythagorean gematria is 55. The racetrack where the STP 500 takes place at is called Martinsville Speedway, or most people just refer to it as Martinsville. Martinsville with Pythagorean gematria sums to 55, just like Jeff Gordon, just like STP with simple English gematria. Add on the Speedway. Speedway is a 35 word. 55 plus 35 sums to 90. And 90 and 16 are the only two numbers with 33 gematria. The only two, 16, 16, and 90, 90. These are the top 10 driver ratings at Martinsville right now. Look at Jeff Gordon's rating, 119.8. Curious. Last year, Kevin Durant won the MVP with 119 votes. There was a commercial of Kevin Durant where with him and a boy, the boy was wearing a jersey with the number 55 on it. And in the background, there were more 5s. And why that's curious is because the MVP award for basketball was established in the year 55. Why? I think it has something to do with Satan. Satanism is about self-worship. The word Satan equals 55. And when you think about awards like MVP, what's that about? The most valuable player that's focusing on one person and taking away from the rest of the team. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into basketball. Let's just stay on this topic of NASCAR and Jeff Gordon. So, Martinsville Speedway. It was opened September 1947 by H. Clay Earls. And if you wonder why people throughout history make their names this way, such as H. Clay Earls, I mean, who goes by their first initial, right? The reason why, Truth Seeker, is because these people are Freemasons and they practice this gematria. It is a secret amongst the public. Look at what H. Clay Charles sums to with Pythagorean gematria. Yes, 55. You think this is a coincidence at Martinsville? This used to be a dirt track when it first opened. Look at what year they first paved it. 1955. It's no coincidence, Truth Seeker. It's no coincidence. And then, like I've said so many times since the very first video post, since video post number 1, the numbers 33, 47, and 74 are coded so often together. This track, its first sanctioned race was July 4th, 7-4, a lot like 47, 1948. The numerology of this date is 7 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 8. A date with 33 numerology, Truth Seeker. The first NASCAR Sprint Cup. Sprint is a 33 word with Pythagorean gematria. Sprint equals 33. But this date right here has a numerology of 39. 39. Another number of much significance. None of this is a coincidence, Truth Seeker. So again, Jeff Gordon, he's going to turn 44 later this year. He's had a lot of success on this track. Out of active racers, he's the most successful. Today's race at Martinsville is the 133rd, 133. Another curious number. NASCAR Hall of Famer Richard Petty has the all-time most NASCAR Sprint Cup Series starts at Martinsville with 67. Another number of curiosity, the word satanic is 67. Jeff Gordon has the most starts among active drivers with 44. Today that changes with 45, still 22 behind Richard Petty. So, just wanted to break it down, show you why Jeff Gordon has been so successful at this track and how throughout all these years, even long before Jeff Gordon was born, these numbers were present. So Jeff Gordon just came in to fill the place that was already there. Also, what I want to point out, True Seeker, is that Jeff Gordon is still looking for his first win this year. Once he gets it, it's going to be his 93rd win of all time. The number of Thelema, about do what thou wilt, which is completely connected to this numerology puzzle. Also, notice that he's in the 24th year of his career. He's already said this is going to be his last season. He's retiring after this season. He'll be 44 years old. He will have finished with 24 seasons. And he drives the number 24 car. Talk about doing things by the numbers. So we'll see when Jeff Gordon gets his 93rd win. It very well could be today. Currently, wow, when I started this post, Jeff Gordon was in 11th place. I should have showed that at the beginning because I checked it just before I started the video. He's moved up to 7th. So Jeff Gordon's gone from 11 to 7 in the time of this video. We will see where he finishes today. Because it's a date with 47 numerology, if it's not Jeff Gordon who wins, I would expect it to be someone with a connection to that number. 47 has a numerology of 11. So keep your eyes open. Again, the reason I do these videos is to reach audiences, reach more people who are not aware of this information. They say NASCAR is the most watched sport in the United States of America. In that regard, I hope there's a big audience out there who might come across this video and learn something new today. People need to wake up to the fact that their sports are rigged. People who figure out these sports are rigged and still want to watch them as fans, I can't relate with those people. But people who want to know truth and know what's really going on, that's who I do these for. People need to know their time is being wasted watching predetermined sports. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.